Hey friends, I was lucky enough to be there live and in color at the launch event of the Honor Magic 6 Pro in Barcelona. And Honor made some pretty big promises with the Magic 6 Pro, but friends, they delivered on almost all of them. Almost. For me personally, there are 2.5 highlights of this device. The first highlight is the design. I loved it. From the first second I unpacked the device. The artificial leather back of the Magic 6 Pro in the color Epi Green that I have here is simply beautiful. Looks good, gives the device a great grip and is of course more robust than a glass back. I don't even know why everyone says that the black one is the nicer device. I think the green one is incredibly well done, especially with the slightly gold frame. It looks really elegant and I really enjoy picking up the Magic 6 Pro. I'm happy about how beautiful it looks lying on the table next to me. By the way, the frame is made of high gloss aluminum, although I had to double check that to make sure because I think it looks more like stainless steel. But that's great because aluminum is significantly lighter than stainless steel. The Honor Magic 6 Pro is still not light. At 225 grams, it is one of the clunkers among smartphones, but it is still 7 grams lighter than the S24 Ultra, which is the same size with its titanium frame and the glass back. The weight is of course determined by the size. The Honor Magic 6 Pro has a beautiful large 6.8-inch OLED display with a nano crystal shield. That means a real robust display glass. The display has a very nice high contrast and will be up to 1600 nits and partially up to 5000 nits bright at its peak. In comparison, the iPhone 15 Pro Max has a peak brightness of 2000 nits. So if I were to fly very close to the sun, the Honor Magic 6 Pro would be my smartphone of choice. The display is rounded and opinions differ as to which is better. I'm actually more of a flat display type, but the overall design with the curved edges and round corners just fits perfectly with a rounded display and it fits perfectly in the hand. What's not so nice is the dynamic island. Oh wait, wrong manufacturer. Is the Magic Capsule, the elongated notch in the display. I found this to be completely unnecessary at Apple because space is wasted above the notch so that the notch can hang loosely up there. And in my opinion, the Magic Capsule is just as useless as Apple's dynamic island. The timer and music player disappear when you leave the respective apps. In any case, the floating notch contains the selfie camera, which we'll get to later, as well as a 3D depth sensor camera that makes facial unlocking extremely secure. Most Android smartphones only use the selfie camera for face unlocking. The iPhone, with its face unlock, has always used the much more secure unlocking with this 3D scan. Now also the Honor Magic 6 Pro, which is quite a unique selling point in the Android sector. You can also unlock the Honor Magic 6 Pro using your fingerprint, which works extremely accurately even if the scanner is located a little far down on the device, but people quickly get used to everything. Let's move on to my second personal highlight, which is a surprisingly cool AI feature. Of course, like all other manufacturers, Honor is also focusing on AI features, especially when it comes to camera recordings and image editing. But Honor has done something completely new, and I always like that. Honor calls it the Magic Portal, and I'd like to show you what this Magic Portal does. Depending on what you are doing on your smartphone and you mark something, be it an address, a text or an image or whatever, hold it down and drag it to the edge of the screen. A context-related menu will open up and there you have several apps where you can paste the address or the image. For example, with an address, it is always Google Maps that is displayed here, which I find super practical, or with a picture, it's Instagram. Depending on what you want to copy, the appropriate apps will be displayed in this Magic Portal on the edge of the screen. This context-related menu also learns from your behavior, otherwise it wouldn't be AI, and suggests more and more suitable apps that you can then continue working with. For example, if you always copy a photo into an email because you are an appraiser, then at some point you will no longer see Instagram in this context-related menu, but rather the email program you use. I've never seen that before and I think it's really cool and practical, and I give Honor 2 thumbs up just for coming up with this idea. I said at the beginning that there are 2.5 highlights. We already had 2, so let's move on to the half highlight, and that is the camera. The triple camera is arranged generously in a circle on the back and has a 50 megapixel wide angle, a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle, and a 180 megapixel periscope telephoto camera, and overall the camera looks pretty good on paper. However, the hardware is nothing without the software, or rather, as we have known since the Google Pixel smartphones, the software can make shots from mediocre camera hardware look bomb. However, the Honor Magic 6 Pro combines extremely good hardware with really good software, and the resulting images left me speechless at times. As always with me, I will let you judge the performance of the camera for yourself. Here are the recordings. Pretty impressive, right? I think the video recordings in particular have such a great 3D effect due to the AI that I couldn't believe it myself. That was the main camera, which gets full marks from me and is one of the best things currently available on the market. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the whole thing looks completely different with the selfie camera, and that's why I say that the camera is only a half highlight. In good light, the selfie camera takes very, very good photos. Outside, if the sun is shining, everything is wonderful. However, I don't find them as outstanding as the images from the main camera and as the 50 megapixel quality that the selfie camera boasts. Because 50 megapixel is excessive for a selfie camera, we usually have 12 megapixel or sometimes 32. Despite that, as soon as you are indoors, where there may not be a lot of daylight, the camera just completely shuts down and only takes mediocre 2 weeks shots, which I can't understand at all. Is a different software suddenly used, or what happens when I switch from the main camera to the selfie camera? It's like moving from a luxury hotel to a youth hostel with 8 bedrooms and a shared bathroom in the hallway. You just don't want that. Am I exaggerating here? Perhaps. But still, there is a striking difference between the quality of the main and selfie cameras, which I just hope will be fixed in future updates. Despite from that, the Honor Magic 6 Pro is an absolute hit. I love the design, the main camera, then there are fancy new AI features, and the performance with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in conjunction with Magic OS 8.0, which is based on Android 14, is simply outstanding. The 5600 mAh battery lasts between 7 to 9 hours display on time for me. That means a full 2 days and beyond. So everything that is important for me personally in a smartphone is met here to 99%. And then there is the price. The original price for the Honor Magic 6 Pro is 1,299 euros, which I would say is too high. But Honor has been offering the device with a discount of 300 euros in its own online shop ever since it launched, so it actually has a price of 999 euros, and we can certainly expect a price drop. So for 999 euros, I would say to anyone who is thinking about buying the Honor Magic 6 Pro, go for it. In my advice, just go for it. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Honor Magic 6 Pro today. If so, please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Friends, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye and see you next time. Mwah.